Somewhere on a tractor dealer lot right now, a guy is staring at a wall of attachments, trying to decide which one saves him work this weekend. Here is the truth. Nobody at that counter will tell him. The real danger with these 5 attachments was never the brand name on the paint. It was one small detail that got missed. A recall number, a missing guard, a shortcut that saved someone a few bucks. 5 attachments, ranked from bad to worst, and every one has a paper trail. Recalls, case files, forum threads, owners who found out the hard way. Every attachment on this list cost you one of 2 ways. It slowly wrecks the tractor it is bolted to, or it puts you in a spot where a trip to the emergency room becomes the real price tag. Some hit both at once. We are counting up from bad to worst, so stick around, because the last 2 entries can total your tractor or land someone in the emergency room, not just cost you a warranty repair. If you want more of these real sourced breakdowns before you spend money on the wrong piece of gear, go ahead and subscribe now, because this list is about to get uncomfortable. Starting at number 5, the least severe entry on this list, but still worth taking. Seriously, the box blade. It is one of the most commonly owned attachments on any compact tractor, the tool most owners reach for before anything else, and that familiarity is exactly what causes the damage. Owners on Green Tractor Talk describe the same failure again and again. Hit something solid, even at low speed, and the top link crumples right at the mounting point. One owner put it plainly after it happened to him twice on the same box blade design. The weight of the tractor itself, not the impact speed, is what does the damage. It does not take reckless driving. It takes barely above idle and one buried rock you never saw. A bent top link is not just a cosmetic problem either. It throws off the blade's angle, which means every pass after that grades unevenly until the part gets replaced, and a driveway or pad you thought you finished can end up needing a second and third pass just to look right. The fix here is simple and cheap. Before you start grading anything, walk the ground first and clear anything solid you can see. And if you are working new or unfamiliar dirt, go slower than feels necessary. The tractor will survive hitting something at a crawl. It will not survive hitting the same thing at working speed. Number 4 moves this list from routine into something you deal with far more often on a small property: the post hole auger. A federal fatality report out of Iowa tells the story of a 35-year-old farmer digging fence post holes alone in an alfalfa field in the fall of 2005. A neighbor found him the next morning. The tractor was still running. He had gotten caught in the spinning driveline. Ohio State University's Extension Safety Office lists the 3 most common ways people get hurt on this exact tool: the power, takeoff shaft catching loose clothing, the auger catching a hand or sleeve, and bystanders getting hit by flying debris. The auger kicks up. What makes this one worse than the box blade entry is the stakes involved. A bent box blade costs you money and time. A post hole auger accident costs you a body part or your life. And it happens on a tool most owners only use 2 or 3 times a year, and therefore never fully respect. If you need one, just rent it, and every time before it spins, check that the guard is bolted in place and that nobody is standing anywhere near that shaft, including you, once it starts turning. Number 3, the add-on clamp-on grapple, the kind that bolts onto your loader without real 3-function hydraulics behind it. It gets marketed as the smart budget move. Grab logs and brush without paying extra for a hydraulic upgrade. Owners on the Green Tractor Talk forum tell a different story. Several people running John Deere loaders reported the same clamp-on grapple bending its frame and breaking the loader's mounting holders within days of light use. leading to repeated warranty repairs before they gave up on the design. More than one owner on that thread said a mechanical grapple is not worth the damage it does to a loader, and wished they had paid for real hydraulics from the start. This is where the list shifts from a safety story to a money story. A clamp-on grapple might save you a few $100s over a hydraulic version at checkout, but a bent loader frame or broken mounting bracket costs far more than that difference to repair, and it takes the whole loader out of service while you wait on parts that are not always sitting on a shelf nearby. A cheap grapple does not save you money. It just moves the cost from your wallet now to your loader later. Number 2, the rotary cutter, also called a brush hog. And this failure usually is not the manufacturer's fault. It is what owners do to it. The standard rule is 5 horsepower of PTO output per foot of cutting width, so a 5-foot cutter needs about 25 horsepower to run safely. The blades spin at tip speeds over 150 miles an hour, which is why LSU Ag Center guidance says to keep bystanders 300 feet away while it runs. Every one of these cutters has a shear bolt built in, a bolt made on purpose to be weak, so it snaps before a rock or stump sends that shock straight into the gearbox. Trouble starts when an owner gets tired of replacing that bolt and swaps in a hardened one, thinking the problem is solved. What they actually did was remove the safety valve protecting a gearbox that costs a couple $1,000s to replace. That $4 bolt is the cheapest insurance policy on your whole tractor, and it is also the entry on this list. Most owners sabotage themselves, not through ignorance, but through impatience. Every other attachment on this countdown fails because a manufacturer cut a corner or a buyer did not know better. This one usually fails because someone knew exactly what that bolt was for and decided it was not worth the trip to the hardware store. And number 1, the attachment that shows up on almost every list like this one, for good reason, the backhoe. In September of 2016, federal regulators recalled about 50 John Deere backhoe attachments sold months earlier for roughly $10,700 after finding the mounting hardware could loosen and let the backhoe frame rotate back toward the operator, a real crushing hazard. That is the safety side. The money side is just as rough, and owner forums show the same pattern. One tractor owner who added a backhoe said flatly he would not do it again, and that the money should have gone toward a real mini excavator instead. Another thread about mounting a backhoe on a front loader's quick attach plate got a blunt answer from experienced owners. It is a terrible idea because the reaction forces alone can damage or destroy the loader. A dealer in the Hudson Valley market put a number on it too. A backhoe attachment can cost a third or more of what you paid for the tractor and loader package, and it is often the least used tool in the shed once the first few projects are done. While it is bolted on, it also blocks the quick attach plate, so your tractor becomes a single-purpose digging machine until you remove it. This entry combines every problem on this list into one attachment. A real federal recall for a real crushing hazard, a price tag that rivals the tractor itself, and a design that cripples the rest of your equipment while it sits there. Renting a mini excavator by the day gets more digging done faster and leaves your tractor free to actually work. So here is the one rule worth remembering before you buy any attachment for your tractor. Be honest about how often you will actually use it, and before you hand over $1, look up that exact model on the Federal Recall Database. It takes 2 minutes, and it can save you a repair bill, or worse. Expensive does not mean safe, and a shiny attachment wall at the dealer has no warning label. The numbers are already out there if you know where to look. Tell me in the comments which one of these you have owned, and what it actually cost you once everything was said and done. If this saved you from making the same mistake, that is exactly why this channel exists. So stick around for the next one.